The Yoplait BLE National Athletics Championships have come to Tullamore, to this magnificent and unique facility, the Tullamore Harriers Stadium. 27 acres set in the heart of the Midlands, 27 acres privately owned, and each one of them devoted to the sport of athletics. Well, over 2 days of intense competition, 35 titles will be won. Competition fierce in track and field, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
The start of the women's 400 metres hurdles final. Noel Harron of Finn Valley is in lane 1. In lane 2, Kenny Ahern of Finn Valley. Rihanna Leonard of Lisburn in lane 3. Margaret Moroney of Nina in lane 4. Then Barbara Johnson in lane 5 from North Cork. In lane 6, Mary Parr of Team Puma. In lane 7, Tina O'Donovan of Ballymore Cove, and Mary Nolan of Team Puma on the outside. That's she, 6.45. Mary Parr is the record holder of the title. Mary Barnwell, the record holder, national record holder, and championship best performance, holds the record at 56.61, the championship best, 58.52, and Mary Parr won this title last year with 59.81. Represented Ireland in the Los Angeles Olympics at this event, was one of the last to qualify, a very late qualifier with the run at the Morton Stadium. She's running in lane 6. This final here in Tullamore. And they're over. First time. Mary Parr goes well to the first hurdle, but rising first in lane 3, it looked like Rihanna Leonard of Lisburn. Got up, Mary Parr going strongly down the back stretch, catching up on Tina O'Donovan. She's past her and striding after Mary Nolan. Rihanna Leonard of Lisburn going well in lane 3, but Mary Parr looks strong in lane 6. They come off the stagger, and they'll have 2 flights of hurls to go. Coming to the third last flight now. Mary Parr in lane 6 is in the lead, and inside of her, Barbara Johnson. But Mary Parr, coming to the last flight, looks a winner at this stage, although she slowed up coming to that. And Barbara Johnson of North Cork coming strongly inside of her. It's a battle between the two to the line, and Barbara Johnson. Barbara Johnson gets ahead of her on that last flight, and an upset. Mary Parr loses her title to Barbara Johnson of North Cork. Well, a well-judged and well-run race by Barbara Johnson. So the full result, it was Barbara Johnson in 58.91, then Mary Parr second in 59.11, and Moroney third in 61.80. In the long jump, it's Kilkenny man Billy Oakes. His final jump, he's broken the championship best twice with jumps of 7.30 and 7.26. His best ever is 7.41. That's over 24 feet. Of Kilkenny CBS. It's good. Valid jump. And we await the distance. Billy Oakes of Kilkenny. That jump of Billy Oakes is indeed 7.48. A new championship best performance and a personal best for Billy Oakes. So hitting really top form as he takes this Irish title here in Tullamore.
The men's 400-metre hurdles has TJ Kearns of Dublin City in lane 1, running for Car. He came second. In lane 2, it's Porrick Greeley from the home Tullamore. Then on to lane 3 and JJ Barry, another Dublin City Harrier. Lane 4, it's Aidan O'Regan of Leevale. He ran second last Sunday in the leagues in Cork, to the man who's in lane 6. But in lane 5, Jim Gillespie from Notts, 4th last year. Lane 6, the champion and record holder Kieran McDunphy from Maheny. Lane 7, Liam Mulholland from Lisburn. And lane 8, Dennis Finnerty from Nina. McDumphy quickly out of the block, so too O'Regan in lane 4. We'll see who is first to rise. It's McDumphy, the champion and record holder, who's got the best start, and he's already eaten up the stagger on the Lisburn athlete Liam Mulholland, the little man on the outside lane 7, and is really storming down that back straight. Kieran McDumphy, the champion, the 400-metre hurdle champion, defending his title. He was in Spain on holiday and picked up a virus, and he's only just recovered from it, but as he showed last week in Cork, is coming right back into form. Storming round that final bend, and as the stagger unravels, we'll see that lane 2 is also going well. Lane 3, J.J. Barry of Dublin City Harriers. McDumphy's good start has put pressure on Barry, but Barry has come back on him, and McDumphy perhaps just tiring up a little. This is going to be some finish. McDumphy digging deep, but Barry has it at the moment. Can McDumphy come back? No, J.J. Barry has it. Kieran McDumphy in second place, and in third it's Aidan O'Regan of Leevale. But what a fine finish, and what a fine run by J.J. Barry to defeat the title holder in the 400-metre hurdles. J.J. Barry took the 400-metre hurdles for men in 52.05 seconds. Kieran McDumphy of Raheny was in second place, and Aidan O'Regan of Leevale came in third. Now this is the lady on whom all eyes are in Tullamore. She is within an ace of this title. Certainly the girl in top form, Marita Walton, Crusaders in Dublin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to
got that well out.
That
could be a championship winning throw.
On page 7 of your program.
And in fact, that throw from Marita Walton won of the title. 47 meters 70 was the distance. In second place, the American girl Michelle Milan, competing for Raheny, 43 meters and 2 centimeters for her. And in third place, Mary Mahan, Team Puma, 42.30.
Final of the women's 100 metres. Mary Flynn is 6.47, St Mary's Boyle in lane 1. Mary Carlin in lane 2 from Lucan Harriers. In lane 3, Susan Costello, Team Puma. In lane 4, Mary Amond, St Lawrence O'Toole's. In lane 5, Paula Carty of Clondalkin. No one in lane 6. Vivian McGoldrick of Belfast in lane 7, and Adele Handley, Raheny Shamrocks in lane 8. Heat winner Susan Costello in lane 3, Mary Amond in lane 4, 12.26, 12.20 respectively. Title holder Michelle Walsh not competing. And they're away. Going well in lane 3, Susan Costello, battling with Mary Amond. It's these two, Susan Costello and Mary Amond. Mary Amond pulling ahead now. Mary Amond is going to take it. On the line, it's Mary Amond, and I think Mary Carolyn may have got up for a second there, with Susan Costello in contention for third.
Time unofficially 12 seconds.
Very close battle for the honours in that, but Mary Amond showed strength over the last 30 metres there and took the title.
The women's 100 metres result then, Mary Amond, St Lawrence O'Toole's in Carlow winning it from Mary Carolyn of Lucan Harriers, with Suzanne Costello of Team Puma in third place. Mary Amond's time, 12.23 seconds.
In the women's javelin is Dara Shakespeare, Team Puma, and she's leading the competition with 47.20. This is her final throw in the competition. And it's, again, around 46 metres, 47 metres. Women's javelin result, Dara Shakespeare, 47.20. Second, Kay McGovern, USA, 42.16. And third, Stephanie O'Brien, Sligo, 37.78.
This now the lineup for the men's 100 metres. Lane 1, Fraser Hazlett of Lisburn ran second at 100 metres in the league at Belfield last Sunday. Eamon Costello of Kilkenny City Harriers in lane 2, winner of his heat. Philip Snoddy of Annandale in lane 3, Irish University's champion at 100 and 200 metres and the fastest heat winner. Lane 4, Pat Flanagan, who was the champion in 1980. Lane 5, Vince Regazzoli of Clonliffe, 6th last year. Lane 6, Billy Oakes, the long jump champion yesterday. Lane 7, Brian Eaton, Crusaders. And lane 8, Paul Murphy of Dunor, the school's 100-metre champion. Brian Eaton of Crusaders was to run in lane 7 and is not now going. So, like the ladies, 7 going in the men's. Unlike the ladies, no false start, and a good start there by lane 4, Pat Flanagan. We're looking too for Snoddy in lane 3, who seems to be ahead, and also lane 6, Billy Oakes. The Snoddy from Oakes leading them home. Philip Snoddy, the varsity's champion from Annandale and Belfast, wins it with Billy Oakes, the Kilkenny long jumper and sprinter, in second place.
The result of that 100 men's final, Philip Snoddy of Annandale in 10.85. Second, Billy Oakes of Kilkenny, 11.02. And third, Vince Regazzoni, Clonliffe, 11.15. The final of the women's 800 metres, and in lane 1 it's Aisling Malloy, who's been in scholarship in America, from Loughrea in lane 1. Olivia Clinton, Dublin City Harriers, in lane 2. Mary McKenna, the holder of the title, from Dublin City Harriers, in lane 3. Valerie O'Mahony of Toher is in lane 4. Teresa Walsh of Belfast in lane 5. Adele Maguire of Raheny in lane 6. Nolene Mullen of Sparta in lane 7, and Colette Scully of Raheny in lane 8. These 8 to contest the final women's 800 metres. Holder of the title, Mary McKenna. The national record holder is Caroline O'Shea, 2:00.70, done in 1984. Mary McKenna, championship best, 2:05.39. That's her personal best. And they're away, women's 800 metres final. Aisling Malloy on the inside, making up ground already. Valerie O'Mahony is going well in the centre. She's leading, going off the bend there into the back stretch. The break will be to the inside as they come off the stagger now, and Aisling Malloy going up to the front past Valerie O'Mahony. Thus Aisling Malloy in the lead, Valerie O'Mahony just in behind her. Mary McKenna is on the inside. She's a little blocked off. She's at the very rear of the field now. Mary McKenna, the title holder. She's running wide to make up around. That's her striding out from the very back. Mary going up now on the outside. She positioned herself badly as they came off the stagger, and it's Aisling Malloy, the Longford girl, who is in the lead. Valerie O'Mahony, the Cork girl, second, and there's Mary McKenna coming wide there on the outside. And coming to the end of the first lap, Aisling Malloy still in the lead ahead of Valerie O'Mahony, and Mary McKenna now placed third. Well placed to strike, but she's going to have a battle with these two ahead of her as they hit the bell.
63 seconds for the first lap, and Aisling Malloy still leading from Valerie O'Mahony. Mary McKenna getting back from injury. Mary had some knee problems earlier on, but she looks as if she's making some kind of a return to form. Whereas Mullen also in third position. She's also in Brigham Young University.
So on the back stretch, top of the back stretch, and it's Aisling Malloy still in the lead. Mary McKenna still running wide outside Valerie O'Mahony. Valerie's placed well. Aisling and Mary, these three.
The girl in red is Nolene Mullen in third position, with Mary McKenna on the outside and Edel Maguire in fifth position. But it's still Aisling Malloy.
Coming around the bend to the stretch, and it's Aisling Malloy still holding on to the lead. She's run a brave race to the front. Can she hold it, though, now? With less than 100 metres to go. She's stretching out. Valerie O'Mahony's chasing her. Mary McKenna is chasing. But Aisling Malloy is going to hold the lead. She's got about 20, 30 metres to go. And the title for 800 metres goes to Aisling Malloy. Valerie O'Mahony is second. And Mary McKenna loses her title in third place. Great run that by Aisling Malloy. The time?
2:05.71 approximately, and we had the first three in the same, not in the same positions, but the first three that we had last year, also the first three this year.
Confirmation there of the 800 metres result for women. It was won by Aisling Malloy, Loughrea, in the time of 2 minutes 5.99 seconds, from Valerie O'Mahony from Toher, and in third place Mary McKenna, Dublin City Harriers. The men's 800 metres has 10 competitors. Philip Tweedy of Annandale Striders in the yellow and black of Annandale Striders in lane 1. In lane 2, the home athlete Charlie Milner, Tullamore. Ray Shanahan, first in his heat from Leavale, is in lane 3. He was second last year. Next comes the champion Marcus O'Sullivan. And Marcus just peeling off the tracksuit top. He has a goal in this, the European qualifying standard of 1 minute 46.10 seconds. Ian Marin of Team Puma then is outside him in lane 5. We've got Jerry O'Reilly, begging his pardon, of Metro in lane 6, the lad from Dunboyne who's at Villanova. John Fox of St. Bridget's then in 7. Dermot Riley, Dunor in 8. Martin Finn from Raheny outside him. And Owen Rothery from Metro is 117 on the outside. And an orienteering international, Owen Rothery, so at least he should know the way home. Finals day, always a day that pulls in the crowds. Tullamore well populated, Harriers Stadium, and keen to see this race one of the highlights. The 800, Marcus O'Sullivan, very definitely the favourite. 2 laps, of course, 800 metres. Tweedy, Milner, Shanahan, O'Sullivan, Maran, O'Reilly, Fox, Riley, Finn and Rothery. And Ian Maran is the first to show with Team Puma. He was first in his heat in a time of 1:49.10. And Shanahan of Leevale just moving up the smaller figure into second position behind Ian Maran of Team Puma, who was second in 82 and first in 1984. So a man who knows how to lead them home in the 800 metres. Maran then from Shanahan. Marcus O'Sullivan, you see him there, just level shoulders, back in 5th place. It's still Maran leading from Shanahan. 3rd place, Charlie Milner.
Just under 54 seconds, 53.8. The first 200 was 26, so they're running fairly steady at this stage of the race, as Ian Maran takes it down the back straight with some 300 metres to go.
So Maran still in front, Shanahan, then the Tullamore Harrier, Charlie Milner, and then Marcus O'Sullivan. And we have a race on here, and O'Sullivan got himself a little bit boxed there. Maran, the bigger man in front, trying to hold off Shanahan, but not succeeding. Ray Shanahan has gone for home, 200 to go, and O'Sullivan has gone with him. Got himself out of that little trouble there, and is now going to take his clubmate in the home straight. Marcus O'Sullivan taking it up then from Ray Shanahan, and O'Sullivan showing them all the way. Shanahan's burst came too soon, and he is going to win it. Jerry O'Reilly making a brave charge for 2nd place, but isn't going to get it. Marcus O'Sullivan is there.
And Marcus O'Sullivan's time, 1 minute 48 seconds, roughly equivalent to the time he ran last year.
Marcus O'Sullivan winning the men's 800 then. His time, 1:48.32. Heading home, Philip Tweedy of Annandale Striders, with in 3rd place Jerry O'Reilly of Metro, studying at Villanova.
The 56 pounds for height, and just behind Billy Oakes there we have Jerry O'Connell of Marion, about to attempt to break the record he has already set, 490. The bar now is at 494, and Jerry O'Connell already broken his own record, set a new championship best, and now about to attempt to improve on it. From the Marion Club, he's a carpenter by profession. Takes a last look up at the bar. The height, 494. And it's over. Great achievement there for Jerry O'Connell, following in the footsteps of Ned Tobin, Tyke Toomey, great names of this event.
Women's 100-metre hurdles. Lane 1, it's Mary Barrett from Nina, 3rd in the Heptathlon Championship. Then Lucy Moore, Team Puma. Teammate Deirdre Murphy, who was 3rd last year in Lane 3. Breed Hallisey from Ferrybank in Waterford, the Heptathlon champion, is in Lane 4. That's her there in the green vest. And she's also the National Junior 100-metre hurdler champion, so quite an athlete. Lane 5 is Barbara Johnson, North Cork. Lane 6, Paula Cash, West Dublin. Lane 7, Helen Hennessy of St. Senans. And Lane 8 is Cara Brophy of Team Puma. 100-metre hurdles then for women. We'll watch to see how Breed Hallisey in Lane 4 in green does in this exalted company, the senior championship. Since she started very well, and it's Hallisey, and in Lane 6 Paula Cash too, the ex-schools champion. Cash and Hallisey together. Hallisey has got the lead, and the national junior champion is going to win the senior title too. Breed Hallisey coming home first, and in 2nd place, just getting up with Paula Cash, Deirdre Murphy from Team Puma. The 100-metre hurdles for women won by Breed Hallisey, the national junior champion for Ferrybank and Waterford. 14.29 seconds her time, from Deirdre Murphy of Team Puma, with in 3rd place Paula Cash of West Dublin.
110 metres hurdles final. We're looking at Philip McIlpatrick of Lisburn on the right there. In the white singlet, it's Declan Dower of Waterford. TJ Kearns, Dublin City Harriers. Then Brendan Mullen of Dunor, the new record holder and the great star of Irish rugby at the moment. Dennis Finnerty of Nina in lane 5. Kieran McDumphy, the title holder of Heaney, is in lane 6. Peter Donoghue-Raheny in lane 7. And Mark McClure of Annandale Striders is in lane 8. That's the lineup, and there could be quite a battle between Brendan Mullen and TJ Kearns. Kearns beat him last week. Mullen gets away to a good start. He knocks the first hurl, knocks the second hurl, and it's Mullen going well in the centre. Mullen is leading it. Kearns is going well inside of him. Mullen and Kearns. Mullen fractionally ahead. Kearns has got ahead now, and it's Kearns takes it ahead of Mullen. And in third place, it was Kieran McDumphy who loses his title.
The result then of the 110 metres hurdles won by TJ Kearns of Dublin City Harriers. A very fine win for him. Brendan Mullen had been in front, but had to be content with second place. And in third, Kieran McDumphy, the champion, beaten back into third. The women's 200-metre final, and the two heat winners of the sisters Armand, Patricia and Mary, in lanes 3 and 4. The full lineup: Jackie Stokes from Ferrybank, second in the long jump yesterday. Waterford girl going off to Providence in Rhode Island. Mary Carolyn from Lucan is in lane 2. Patricia Armand in lane 3. Mary Armand in lane 4. Paula Carty from Clondalkin, the school's 200-metre champion, in lane 5. Adele Hanley of Raheny in lane 6. Vivian McGoldrick from Belfast Olympic in 7. And Carmel Carey of Crusaders is in lane 8. Defending champion Michelle Walsh is not here to defend that title, so it's the Armands together. And the one who's making the ground is in lane 3, Patricia. She was faster in the heats, just marginally, and she's leading her sister, whom she's left behind. Patricia Armand well away with this. A marvellous run by the girl from Dublin City Harriers, left everybody else behind. Patricia Armand is coming through to take this in some style, and it's going to be an Armand 1-2, because sister Mary is second, and in third place, Mary Carolyn from Lucan. But what a fine run by Patricia Armand.
Her time unofficially was 23.7, which would be a personal best if it's anything in that region.
The women's 200 metres won by Patricia Armand. Her sister Mary had taken the 100. She came second to Patricia in the 2, and the third place going to Mary Carolyn of Lucan. Patricia's time, 24.01 seconds.
Final of the men's 200 metres, and we have the national record holder, the championship best performer, and the title holder in the field. That's Derek O'Connor, and he'll be running in lane 5. From lane 1, it's Brian Efe, then Paul Sheedy, Pat Flanagan, Kieran Finn, Derek O'Connor, Philip Snoddy, who has already won the 100 metres from Annandale in the north, Paul Murphy of Dunor, and Brian Dunn on the outside. They're on their marks. White flag is raised. O'Connor, who has set the record in this at 20.95. He's going strongly. In lane 5, Derek O'Connor coming off the bend. It's O'Connor who is in the lead. Snoddy is going well too, the Annandale man, in lane 6. But O'Connor is dominating the race. Snoddy catching him now. O'Connor is failing. Snoddy is going to take it. Snoddy takes it ahead of O'Connor. And in lane 3, Pat Flanagan is third. But what a surprise and upset there, as Snoddy confirmed the form that he showed in the 100, although O'Connor didn't go in the 100. And Derek O'Connor, who has been concentrating on the 400 metres, run out of it there in the 200.
Derek O'Connor run out by Philip Snoddy's time unofficially of 21.1.
The 200 metres champion is Paul Snoddy of Annandale Striders. A sensational win over the title holder, Derek O'Connor, who came in second. Pat Flanagan of Waterford was third.
Lining up for the 10,000 metres championship final. 14 in the field, Noel Harvey on the inside, then Jimmy Fallon, Dennis Noonan, Paul Mulholland, Liam Marley, Parry Keane, then McGovern, O'Connell, O'Toole, Bruder, Scanlon, Costello, Tierney, and Roy Dooney of Dublin City Harriers. They're away, and there's 10,000 metres. Noel Harvey on the inside, and going to the front early on is Paul Mulholland. But this field of 14 starting out on the 6 mile plus run here on the Tullamore track, and Noel Harvey winner of the national cross-country title this year, chasing the title to add to the cross-country he already took.
Kathleen Glavin from Middleton in County Cork, former Irish record holder, just 3 centimetres off the current national record. With her second jump, this is her third. 6:14 she's done. And that looks another good one. Women's long jump won then by Kathleen Glavin from Middleton. 6 metres 14 centimetres, the best there's been in the championship, and just 3 centimetres short of an Irish record. Jackie Stokes from Ferrybank, second with 6 metres and 3 centimetres. And in third place, a girl from Lisburn in County Antrim, Rhiannon Leonard, 5 metres 79.
So coming in the stretch to the line, they'll have 1 lap to go, and that's Costello there, the Limerick man, and Roy Dooney inside of him. Roy works with Anco, Robert Costello, and John O'Toole, the company manager. Robert Costello works in the post office. So these three round the bend for the backstretch for the last time, and the battle is on between the three. It's still anyone's race as they hit the top of the backstretch. It's Dooney marginally in front there of Costello and O'Toole, and all the local support will be for John O'Toole, former winner of the Cork City Marathon, probably his biggest achievement in track, otherwise international cross-country runner. And both going by Dooney now as they hit the bend with about 200 metres to go, and it's Costello stretching out. O'Toole trying to stay with them. Dooney is left, and Costello coming to the finishing stretch ahead of O'Toole. John O'Toole really battling there. He's grinding his teeth as he follows him up the stretch. Costello looking both sides of him. He knows he has it at this stage. 20 metres to the line, and it's Robert Costello, the 1986 10,000 metres champion, with John O'Toole second, and Dooney has to be satisfied with third. It's a long way back then to the next runners, but these three, first, second and third in the BLE Championship.
Costello's time approximately 29:17, so he ran the last lap in around 60 seconds. Fair sprinting for a man who'd already run 6 miles at that stage.
The final of the 400 metres for women, and in lane 1, Mary Fleming of Leevale. Rhiannon Leonard then in lane 2. She's from Lisburn. She's had a busy time, third in the long jump. She's running the 400 metres hurdles already today. Patricia Walsh of Team Puma in lane 3. Maura Coyle of Dublin City Harriers lane 4. That's Maura Coyle. Eileen Kavanagh, Team Puma in lane 5. Ruth Gaylor of Lisburn in lane 6. Clodagh Williams of St. Senans in lane 7. And Claire Brooke of Lisburn on the outside in lane 8. So the Northern Ireland 3A's champion, Ruth Gaylor, in lane 6. Patricia Walsh, daughter of Claire Walsh, former record holder in this event, many times Irish champion, and her daughter Patricia would dearly love to add this title to her achievement so far. Caroline O'Shea, the national record holder and the championship record holder. So Mary Fleming in lane 1, Leonard, Walsh, Coyle, Kavanagh, Gaylor, Williams and Brooke. On their marks. White flag is up. Taking a long time on the marks, set. And they're away. Leonard gets a good start. So does Walsh and Gaylor. And going strong down that back stretch. Ruth Gaylor has already made up ground. Patricia Walsh making up ground, catching up. She's about fourth as we see them now. And she may come to the front round this bend. Patricia Walsh in the lead on the bend. Ruth Gaylor in lane 6 to the front. And it's Patricia Walsh in lane 3 who's in the lead, well in the lead. And in lane 6, Ruth Gaylor. Clodagh Williams coming on the outside of her, but it's Patricia Walsh who's going to take the title. great win for Patricia Walsh, and in lane 6 it's Ruth Gaylor who takes second, and inside of her Eileen Kavanagh takes third. So what a great win that for Patricia Walsh, and I'm sure Claire Walsh, her mother, who has distinguished herself for so many years on the track, will be doubly delighted about that.
I think Patricia Walsh might be the fastest girl in the Walsh household now. Her time unofficially today was 53.5.
The 400 metres women's final. The winner, Patricia Walsh, Team Puma, 53.72. Second, Gaylor of Lisburn in 55.73. And third was Kavanagh of Team Puma, 56.64.
Dave Kirby of Waterford is in lane 1 for this 400 metres for men. Lane 2, Peter Gleeson from Nina. In lane 3, the form runner this year, Jerry Delaney, Dublin City Harriers. Peter Sinclair of Banbridge in lane 4. Fraser Hazlett of Lisburn in 5. No one in lane 6 because the defending champion, Kieran Finn from Limerick, has withdrawn. Second last year, Brian Dunn in lane 7. And third last year, Tom McGrain, both of them in Team Puma, in lane 8. So watching for lane 3, and Jerry Delaney, 46.75 seconds this year, makes him the top runner at the moment, over 400 metres, and also the man who held this title in 1983 and 84. And already we see outside him, Peter Sinclair of Banbridge has got a good start, but Jerry Delaney is moving very smoothly. So too Gleeson of Lena in lane 2. But now the men on the inside are eating up the stagger of the men outside. Jerry Delaney overhauling the two who got the better starts, the two Northern Ireland athletes there, Sinclair and Hazlett. And Delaney well positioned as they come into the home straight. Outside him, Brian Dunn in lane 7 is going well too. But Delaney is in the lead from Dunn as they come into the home straight. And Sinclair of Banbridge has come again, just on Delaney's right in lane 4. But Jerry Delaney is going to take this title to complete his hat-trick. Jerry Delaney, the Dublin City Harrier, wins it. In second place, Brian Dunn. And in third, finding his strength again, Peter Sinclair of Banbridge.
And the official result of that 400 for men, Jerry Delaney the winner in 47.45. Then Brian Dunn was second in 47.95. And third, Peter Sinclair of Banbridge, 48.53.
The women's 3,000 metres completes its first lap with Mary Donoghue of Clonliffe Harriers in the lead. A 72nd first lap for Mary Donoghue on a Clonliffe 1-2.
Mary, the fastest girl in the field at 9 minutes 8 seconds, while second fastest girl in the field, Anne Keenan, the 9:22, and Olive Harford, who recorded a personal best of 9:36, and Teresa Kidd in fourth position there, who has run a marathon in 2:46 and who also ran a personal best around 9:40 in a graded in Dublin 2 weeks ago.
And leading as she, Mary rather leading as she has done from the gun.
Leader in the triple jump at the moment, it's Hugh Maguire from Winnipeg. He was second in the Commonwealth trials, in fact. Hugh Maguire down the runway. Good hop, step, and jump. The jump is valid. And undoubtedly the man away ahead
Mary Donoghue in the lead, Regina Joyce still holding second place, and Olive Harford of Raheny is in third at the moment.
And that jump by Hugh Maguire, actually 15.83, smiles up to us there, a championship best. Hugh Maguire from Winnipeg. Triple jump result, Hugh Maguire the winner in 15.83. Second, Billy Oakes, the man who won the long jump, in 15.63. And third, Joe Hayes, 14.35.
That's Mary Donoghue running strongly and knowing she now has just over 200 metres to go to claim this title. The national cross-country champion, surely now about to become the national 3,000 metre champion. Mary Donoghue of Clonliffe Harriers. That's the final bend she's on now. And that is a lapped runner. As Mary Donoghue could lap a couple more before the finishing line. But it's a long, long way back to the girl who's going to have to surrender her title here in Tullamore, Regina Joyce. Mary Donoghue coming home to take the 3,000 metre title. And Mary Donoghue adds the 3,000 metres to her national cross-country championship and does it in some style.
Yes, her time is approximately 9:15.
Regina Joyce has just completed first last year, second this, and in third place it's Olive Harford. Terry McHugh then, Dublin City Harrier, in the javelin, his last throw. And again, well out, and this time well over 65 metres. So another title for Terry McHugh in the javelin, retaining the championship he won last year. His throw this year, 67 metres and 16 centimetres. And that put him ahead of Raymond Kelleher from Mullingar, 62 metres 30 for him. And in third place, Pat Moore from Leavale, 54 metres 40.
Lining up for the men's 5,000 metres final, David Taylor of Clonliffe on the inside. Then Downey of Kildare, McCarthy, West Limerick, Hilliard, St. Bridget's, Lee of Team Puma, Hayes of Slaney Slide, Ryan Lochray, Doyle of Slaney Slide, Mulligan of Kilkerran, Flynn, Bandon, Collins, North Cork, Lacey, St. Sennans, Richardson, Limerick, O'Halloran, Tipperary, Monks, Clonliffe, and Boylan of Monaghan. So they're set. The red flag is still up. The tall figure of J.J. Doyle in the centre there, in the red outfit, and they're away with David Taylor making a run towards the front. 12.5 laps in this 5,000 metres. The holder of the title is Mick O'Shea with 14:04.95. And it's Pat McCarthy of West Limerick who takes the lead coming around on that first band. David Taylor has dropped into third place, nicely placed. And Richard O'Flynn is second. So it's McCarthy, Flynn and Taylor gone through there. Brendan Downey in behind Taylor on the inside. The record holder, national record holder, of course, John Tracy, not home at the moment, 13:16.81, which he ran in 1984. And the championship best, also John Tracy, 13:22. Well, Dave Taylor hoping to do something good in this. He's had an up and down type of career, but he might get a good one today.
Well, Dave actually was saying that he was hoping to just take it along and see how it goes, work his way through, as he did in Belfast when he recorded a personal best time, around 13:40. He just wants to relax because he feels if he puts himself under pressure, he just doesn't go anywhere. But the men I think who could figure, who will hope to figure very well, the chap in second position, Richard O'Flynn from Bandon, and the man who's in fifth position now, Richard Mulligan from Kilkerran. Richard, who's in Providence College, he's just finished, but he's going to go back to do some postgraduate. He actually is unusual in the fact that he's running in flats. He just won't run in spikes. He doesn't like the feel of spikes. And I think that if he ran actually in spikes, he might run a second or two faster. They're setting at a fairly good clip at this stage. The first lap was around 63 seconds. So it's still Pat McCarthy from Richard O'Flynn, with Dave Taylor sitting fairly comfortably in third position.
Sean Egan winding up for his final throw in the 16-pound hammer. And it looks good. Yes, it is, and it's out around 63 metres. And the official result of the hammer throw, Sean Egan first, 65.60. Brendan Fitzgibbon second, 58.96. And Leo Archer third, 55.18.
It's interesting there, Richard O'Flynn was trying to stretch the sting out of Dave Taylor's sprint because he pushed it down the back straight, but Taylor and Mulligan covered it very quickly. I wonder, have O'Flynn and Mulligan decided to try and take the pace out between them to get a reasonably fast time? It certainly looked like that early on in the race.
Yes, they have to push it along to tire out Taylor because he is the fastest over the finish, and he's still with them, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He may go with 200 metres to go. He may go at the top of the backstretch. They're coming now with the 1 lap to go up to the bell. Richard O'Flynn on the inside, Richard Mulligan behind him, Taylor on the outside, Flynn and Mulligan on scholarship at Providence, Rhode Island. Dave Taylor, of course, former scholarship man with Arkansas. He's looking strong as they go into the backstretch. Round the bend, and whose race is it? O'Flynn, Mulligan or Taylor? O'Flynn has cut out the pace. He's run wisely. He knows he must push the pace along. He's leading it still into the backstretch. Taylor not making any great break, just holding on to that outside spot. And Mulligan still looking strong in behind. Seldom do you see three runners so close together, 200 meters to go in a 5,000 meters championship race. Now Taylor is pushing it out. Taylor heading for the inside of the bend, but look at Mulligan looking strong on his outside. Taylor has his move, though. He's watching him over his shoulder into the stretch. O'Flynn is gone, and it's Mulligan and Taylor as they come off the bend. Now Taylor puts his head down, but so does Mulligan. They both sprint up. Taylor holding on to it. Mulligan struggling all he can, but Taylor is pulling away, and there's his 1,500 meters, 800 meters speed as he takes the title. On the line, it's Taylor. Mulligan is second, and O'Flynn is third. And McCarthy has pulled up to fourth.
A marvellous win for David Taylor of Clonliffe Harriers, taking the men's 5,000 metres title in 13 minutes 50.91 seconds, and winning it on the last lap comprehensively from Richard Mulligan and Richard O'Flynn.
So Rosie Smith looking strong and very composed. Nice style of a runner. And Maria Foy still there, looks as if she's feeling the pace a little bit. But Roisin still holding on to it as coming up is Anne Brown on her outside. And Roisin crossing the line. She'll have 2 laps to go. Stumble a little bit there on the curb. Mary Donoghue still placed well in their third. She's strong. She won the National Cross Country title, and she can stay with the pace. Coming up to the end of this lap.
2:20 for that, so a 72-second lap. Not too fast. This will play into the hands of Roisin Smith, and she's the girl with the greatest sprint, best of 4:12 some 2 years ago. Anne Brown also has a bit of a sprint, but Mary Donoghue will have to take it along if she hopes to perform well today. That's Anne Brown in third position. Mary